Hello kids from YouTube, Mefesto here, and I bring you an OU match with Bjsller something, I believe. This is a match for PhailN00b's OU tournament, so it's actually speeded up much more than than usually, because this was a very long match and there was a pro match and shit. So he leads off with a Tyranitar, I lead off with my Aerobus. I taunt the Tyranitar, predicting him to go for Dragon Dance, but he goes into his Milky Way, and I actually taunt him, so I was like, ha! You can't do your Thunder Wave shit. So the Milky Way is completely pissed off now, so he goes for a Seismic Toss. Only he can do is go for the Seismic Toss. So I decide to switch into my Vaporeon, because I know I can take pretty much anything as long as he is affected by the taunt. So yeah, yeah, now he decides to switch, and he predicts my taunt really nice, my toxic really nicely. So he switches into Scizor, and Scizor obviously is immune to toxic due to his steel type. And yeah, now I see the leftovers, so I know it's the bulky Swords Dance Scizor. I don't want to give him a free setup, so I go for the Surf, and that does quite a bit. I'm actually satisfied by the amount that Surf did. So he sets up a Swords Dance, but I know I can pretty much take anything from this thing. I mean, seriously, I'm defensive, bulky, and etc. So I go for the Surf again, and now he actually is really annoying and goes for a Roost. So he gets his almost all his health back, so which is really, and yeah, I'm buffed by the freaking Sandstorm, which is, yeah, really annoying. I mean, seriously, I can't get enough recovery from the leftovers, so I go for the Surf again to be annoying, and he goes for a Brick Break, and I know a +2 Brick Break won't do a whole lot to me, and it actually is. So now his only chance actually to you know, he can go for a Bullet Punch, but pretty much Bullet Punch won't do a whole lot to me. And now he goes into Mariana, and Mariana is actually illegal, so yeah. What are you doing, pal? I get a crit on Surf, so that was like, yeah, if you're illegal, I'm gonna get crits. So yeah, and actually to stay against Mariana isn't that great of idea. So basically I now have to switch, and I switch into my Bigon. So yeah, he goes for a Grass now. That isn't gonna do a whole lot to me, and since my Flygon isn't original and it is scarfed, so yeah, he predicts the U-turn nicely, I believe. I mean, he goes into his Physical Wall, the only thing I believe that can take a U-turn at this point, because his Scizor is really weak and won't be able to take a U-turn from a Flygon. So I go into my Lia, which is a rabbit in French. And since this thing is physical defensive, I know I can pretty much try to hit him hard with some special attacks. So he switches, and I knew he might switch, so I set up a sub, which is really awesome. I mean, I'm now protected by the sub and stuff. And yeah, I can't actually sing now, but anyway, I go for the T-Ball, but after the special defense boost for rock types, it isn't gonna do a whole lot to this T-Tar, and he EQs me, and actually EQ breaks my sub. So yeah, and pretty much I don't see any items, so I believe it is choiced in some way. I think actually, I don't know, Bandit, so I get a free switch into my Aerobus. So that is freaking awesome. I mean, seriously, I'm unaffected by this thing. And the Aerobus did a pretty nice job in this game. You will see actually later. So it is like the most unuseful Pokemon for me, but anyway, it played a very good role. He switches into his Miltank as I go for the Earthquake, and seeing how much Earthquake did, yeah, I go for the taunt now, not to give him like Thunder Wave as he tries to T-Wave me. And seeing how much Earthquake did, I want to go for the Stone Edge, basically because I'm pretty sure that if I hit the Stone Edge... Oh, actually he switches. Oh, and switches into freaking Mariana again, as on my Stone Edge, so it was kind of fail. I mean, Mariana almost goes down, and which is really good, so he can't do anything to my Aerobus, so Aerobus won't smoke this Mariana and become dizzy. So I go for the safe Earthquake, I mean, not risking the Stone Edge miss, so the Mariana goes down, and yeah, only one Pokemon is down so far after 5 minutes. So here comes his Scizor, as I switch into my Dig Cut, my own Scizor, to take the Bullet Punch, because I knew it would. And yeah, so now pretty much at this low health, I'm really... I think I go for Swords Dance. I really don't know. Yeah, and as I see, it's a really good chance for me to set up. So I go for the Swords Dance on the incoming Milky Way. So my Dig Cut is like, I'm gonna eat this Milky Way because it's a pretty darn sweet chocolate bar. So he paralyzes me, but not great of a deal because I have priority on this thing. I go for the Brick Break, and I kill off his Miltank, so it's like 6-4 for me now, which is really up. And now he goes into Fire Burning. He is Infernape, and I go for the Bullet Punch to get as much damage as I can, and actually a +2 Bullet Punch did do a whole lot. He said he misclicked and went for U-turn, so it's pretty much wasting off Infernape, I think, and he goes into a Vaporeon his own, so that is really annoying. I mean, seeing that my Vaporeon completely walled his Scizor, yeah, so it's pretty much, I'm really scared at this point. He goes for a Wish, and I'm freaking paralyzed. I wanted to set up a Swords Dance, as I went for Swords Dance there, basically to get much more and to get hopefully a +6. And the +6 Bullet Punch could do a whole lot to this thing. Now he goes for a Surf, and guess what? Guess what, guys? I'm paralyzed again! Oh my goodness, and his Wish comes through, which is really useless. I mean, he had almost his health, all his health back. And now actually I know that I'm gonna die to the next Surf, or I don't know. Yeah, I just go for a Bullet Punch to get as much damage as I can. And actually, see how much it did. I think it's special defensive or something. I mean, seriously. So yeah, it's like almost so as yeah, my Vaporeon took the Brick Break, which is more powerful like this. Now he goes for a Surf and kills me off and gets his Wish, so it's really annoying for me now, because he's back to full and my Dig Cut didn't do a whole lot to... And now I go into my Lievre, because I want to get some evolution, what's it called? Evolution action. And I know Lievre can pretty much wall this thing. Not actually wall, but do a whole lot to this thing. But seeing how much Thunderbolt did, I'm really sure it's a special defensive one. So he goes for a Wish. He's trying to, you know, I don't know, PP stall me. But anyway, Thunderbolt does more than a half, so I will be able to successfully take it down by the T-Bolt somehow. And now he gets his Wish up. So he is almost back to full, which is really becoming driving me yeah. So we get both buffed by the Sandstorm and etc, etc, and I go for the Thunderbolt, hoping for some, I don't know, crit or Parahax, and guess what, guys? I get the Parahax, and yeah, and he stopped by the Parahax. But anyway, he said I hexed him to death, but actually I could win this evolution battle, I mean, because I could have got something. I mean, Thunderbolt did more than Wish recovered, so that was pretty much useless. So the Vaporeon goes down, which is really awesome for me. I mean, seriously. So my Lievre is looking pretty nice here, and he goes into his Rockstar. And yeah, of course I have to switch, and I switch into my pink for the win, to see what he's going to lock himself into, because I actually don't need my Vaporeon anymore, because Scizor is at low health, and every tackle can kill him now. Actually, not every tackle, I mean, it's steel type resisted, etc. I go into my Scarf Flygon, and he goes into Scizor, but Scizor won't be able to live a U-turn at such low health. So yeah, now I decide to go into Aerobus and to finish this game completely, because he has an Infernape left and something else. So, and a T-Tar. So the Scizor goes down, here comes the T-Tar, and I kill him with an Earthquake. And he has an Infernape left, which I'm going to outspeed and kill with a Earthquake. Really good game, Bjsller. I mean, it was really a lot of predictions, a lot of good stuff. And so thanks for a battle. I wish to me luck in the next round. So yeah, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, guys, and hope you enjoy this. See ya later.